So we're going to start things off with the Earth Machine deck. I'm going to explain some choices. So this is the deck really. It's a going first build. It's kind of like an XYZ turbo, because you can get Zeus out like really easily. I'm not like super familiar with this deck, but I think it's quite easy to pick up and play. I don't know how expensive the Infinitrack stuff is. I think it's been reprinted like at least twice, from my understanding. Obviously, Citadel's in the structure deck, and Fortress is quite an old card as well. The rest of it should be side set cards. Agent Gearbox, I'm not too sure. I think that was reprinted in a Legendary Duelist set, so it might be easy to get a hold of. But that's the one of anyway. It's a searchable card. It's just an extender. The rest of it, I believe, is structure deck stuff. That's Trenchell's getting a reprint, and so is Urgent Schedule. So this card's getting a reprint, which is crazy. This card was like £8 a card, £10 a card. It's now going to be a rare, gold rare, which is pretty nuts and nice as well. And the rest of the extra deck is like pretty budget as well, considering. Not too sure how much Goliath is, but yeah, we'll start off with the deck. So 3 Infinite Permanents, 3 Ash. These are the most generic ones. Good in any format, and you could mess around and say if like you go into a regional or you go into a tournament where you expect to see a lot of decks, you can just flux these in for like Drolls, Nibiru's, DD Crows, etc. But these are the most generic ones. Now for the normal summons, so we got Metal Cruncher. So what this card does is when you control no face-up cards, you can normal summon it without tributing, but its attack becomes 1800. That's fine because when this card is normal summoned, you get to reveal the top 3. Get to reveal any 3 Earth Machine deck monsters, Earth Machine monsters from your deck. Then your opponent randomly chooses one. So you get to choose. It doesn't say that you have to have different names, so you could reveal like 3 fortresses, or yeah, I think that's probably So you can basically reveal whatever you sort of need. So you get to sculpt your hand basically. Add like extenders in like these guys. So yeah, next the other normal summon is Harvester. So if this card is normal or special summoned, you can add any Infinitrack monster from your deck to your hand. So that's really good because all the Infinitracks are like extenders. So we'll get on to that now. So basically, its other effect is you can target one other machine monster you control. The levels of that monster and this monster become combined levels for both monsters until the end of the turn. So let's say, for example, we've got a Harvester and a Trencher. You get 2 level 7s on the field because it combines them. Then both of them have the same level. And then we play 2 Trencher. So this card's a bit of utility, but then you don't play 2 because it's searchable and you don't want to like clog up your hand. So the rest of them you play like 1 of each, but this one's like probably the better one out of these 2. Obviously we play Brutal Dose as well, but we'll get onto that in a minute. So Trencher basically contribute any Earth Machine monster to special summon this card from your hand in defense. Basically it's just an extender, and you can like make a Goliath into it. So also as well, you can banish this card from your graveyard, target one level 5 or lower Infinitrack in your graveyard, special summon that target in defense. So it gives you a bit more utility and a bit more grind. Say if like you're in a grind game, you can just banish it, special summon another Infinitrack, and then link 1 into Goliath. So yeah, it's pretty good. Any deck that has a link 1, I think is quite powerful. I think link 1s are like quite broken in my opinion, but yeah, this card's pretty good. But you don't want to. I think 2's fine because it's searchable. Next is Anchor Drill. So this is the one that's when it's normal special summoned. If this card is normal special summoned, you can special summon one Earth Machine monster from your hand. So it has like a Goki Super X effect where you can spit your hand onto the board, and then that obviously makes fodder for link material. But mainly its effect is you can target one machine monster you control. It has the same effect of Harvester where you can basically double the levels and they both have the same level. So this deck really can like XYZ like mad, and that's good because Zeus is a card. I think if Zeus didn't exist, then his deck would probably struggle. But yeah, Zeus is a card, so this deck is pretty good for like just making generically good, strong XYZ cards, which we'll get onto towards the end of the video. We have Tunneler, Infinitrack Tunneler. So this is similar to Trencher. You can tribute one Earth Machine monster, special summon this card from your hand. Then has a really good effect that like I think is quite underrated. It's similar to the Overdrive, but you can banish this card from your graveyard and target exactly 5 Earth Machine monsters in your graveyard, shuffle them into the deck and draw 2. So it has a built-in Pot of Avarice effect. I think it's quite a good little in-archetype grind game. Yo, Rye, how's it going, man? This is Earth Machine. So this is the deck that Joe's requested to build live on stream. As you're a subscriber as well, anyone that subscribes to the channel just drops me a message on like any social medias or Discord, and I'll build them a deck basically live on stream. So this is Joe's. As you're sub Ryan, you're more than welcome to send me a request, and I'll build you a deck live on stream. So you have that saved then, and you can look back over it and gain some knowledge and stuff. So yeah, feel free to drop me a message, and I'll build you a deck live on stream. Same with any other of my subs. So yeah, this is a built-in Avarice for the deck, and then the Bulldozer. This card's really strong, so it's like a follow-up card. So you can tribute one Earth Machine monster, special summons card from your hand in defense, same as the other ones. And then if this card is special summoned from the hand, you can also special summon one Infinitrack monster from your deck. So it literally gives you like double, it's a double summon basically. So that's pretty strong, and it deck things as well. The effects are negated from the monster, but that doesn't matter because it's like link fodder anyway, or XYZ fodder. And then we play one Citadel. Obviously, this card's like really good, but it's searchable and it cures itself a lot. So you don't really need more than one. It's super easy to get into the grave because you can like say if you open it, you can discard it off Fortress, or you can open it off redeployment, and then yeah, just like loads of ways to get this card in the graveyard. You can also use Beatrice as well to send it, which we'll get onto in a bit. So yeah, this card's awesome. We play these big boys, so they're level 10s, I believe. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, they're level 10s. So what they do basically, if you control, they're basically extenders, like the big extenders. So if an Earth Machine monster is normal special summoned, you can special summon this card from your hand, but the original attack this calf is halved. So and also as well, this has a really good effect, especially as this is like an XYZ spam deck. If it's detached as an XYZ material, and since the graveyards, you can target one monster or card your opponent controls and destroy it. So that's really strong because you can just pop like a back row for free, basically. Say if you go like Dingirsu, or even like Gustav Max, so you can burn your opponent and then destroy a card. That's actually like pretty good. So yeah, this card's pretty good. The Super Express Bullet Train, I only like one of these. I don't know why. I feel like one's fine. So the only reason I say that is because basically, if all monsters you control are Earth, I believe it's searchable as well. Pretty sure it's searchable. If someone correct me if not, but I'm pretty sure it's searchable. So yeah, if all monsters you control are Earth Machine, you can special summon it for free. It can't attack unless you send 2 cards you control to the graveyard, but it doesn't matter because you don't normally attack with it. You just XYZ over it. And then during the end phase, this has a really good effect. So basically, if this card was sent to the graveyard this turn, you target one machine monster in the graveyard and add it to your hand. Like, that's so good because you can add back a Melt Cruncher, you can add back a Bulldozer, you can either add back one of your links and just like give you a good follow up. So you could actually play 2 of this. I could actually consider playing 2. Yeah, really good cards. I think that makes sense. And then Heavy Forward. So this is the spell card that basically searches you the Infinitrack. So it's a continuous spell trap card. Sorry, it's a continuous spell card. When it's activated, you can add one Infinitrack monster from your deck to your hand. That's like gives you access to literally Harvester, Trencher, all your Infinitracks. And then once per turn, you can target one XYZ machine XYZ, and then either change its battle position or attach this card to its material. So that's really important because you can make a full material Zeus quite easily in this deck. So that's quite lit. Redeployment, this card's actually insane, but if it gets ashed, it kind of sucks. So you want to make sure your hand's sculpted to where you can play through this. That's why we played Call of the Grave to negate the Ash Blossom, or because this card's broken in my opinion. Like, this card's so stupidly good. Basically, deployment, you can either discard 1 card, add 2 Machina monsters with different names from your deck, or discard 1 Machina card, add 2 Machina cards with different names from your deck. So you can basically search Overdrive. Also, this card's good to pitch off Overdrive. Overdrive's good to pitch off redeployment. I love the artwork as well. It's quite sick. It's like all the Machinas in the background. But yeah, these are like the best Machinas because they're like free summons. Fortress is pretty good as well. I think we covered Fortress. So basically, it's just a free summon, and it doesn't start chain either. And also, if it's destroyed by battle, it's sent to graveyard. So you can target one card your opponent controls and destroy it. So yeah, this card is pretty good. It doesn't start a chain, which is nuts. And then yeah, 3 Trenchal because destroying your monsters is like fine. And plus you can trigger like Citadel as well. So yeah, Trenchal's pretty good. Just good board wipe, going second as well. Like, say if you like get ashed or something and you have like no follow up, or if you have follow up but you've like normal summoned and they stop these plays, you can just set Torrential, right, and just like your opponent passes, you just Torrential them, they pass back to you, and then you like get your engine going then. So Torrential's really good in this deck. Plus, if you have access to Citadel as well, it's nuts, or Fortress. And then for the extra deck, play the Goliath. So this is the link one. So we need a 1 non-link Infinitrack monster, which we have loads of. So if this card is sent to the graveyard, sent from the field to the graveyard, you can target one XYZ monster you control, attach this card as material. So you instantly then you're stacking up materials on Zeus. So you can make like probably a 6 material Zeus in this deck. That's 3 board wipes that it's not once per turn. So an XYZ monster whose original type is Machine. So basically it cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Cannot be destroyed by card effects as long as this card is a material, which is pretty good. Ancient Gear Ballista, I took this out originally because we obviously had the Ancient Gear box, but as you're locked into Earth Machines, like it's quite a good way to like link climb. Plus as well, you can target one spell trap card you control and one face-up monster your opponent controls, destroy them. If you do change that opponent's monster, target one monster and then target one, destroy the card. Destroy the spell trap card you control, and then turn that. That's sick. That's so good. So you can pop like a spell trap card you control, like a Overdrive, which is fine. Then turn a monster your opponent controls attack to 0. It does target, but that's sick because of the other extra deck stuff we play. That's actually really broken. Well, it's not broken, but like really good like utility. Next is the Knuckle, Anger Knuckle. So it cannot be used with link material, but that's fine because basically what it does is during the main phase, quick effect, send one monster from your hand or field to the graveyard. Target one monster in your graveyard, special summon it in defense. So that's really good like link climbing. And then if this card is in the graveyard, you can send one card, and if your hand or field to the graveyard, special summon this card. It cannot be used in link material, but that's absolutely fine. So it's just like a way to extend your plays and keep an Earth Machine on board. And it recurs itself, so yeah, it's a pretty good card. Zeus, because this deck is literally Zeus Turbo. Earth Slicer, so this card is actually probably the best Infinitrack monster. 2 level 9, so that's quite easy to make. So when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can attach that monster to this card as material. Again, the more Zeus materials. And if it's just attacking and destroying, you're going to do battle anyway. And it's got 3.1 K attack, so that's pretty good. So you can attach any number of materials from this card, target that many cards in the field and destroy them. So you can blow up your opponent's board. Again, I feel like Zeus is just better to make over top of this, but Zeus is also a Machine as well, so that's pretty good. So basically, if this card is in the graveyard, you can target one Machine Link monster, special summon this card in defense. No, sorry, tribute, not target. So you can tribute like Goliath, then special summon this card back out, and then like regain materials for a Zeus. You could actually place 2 Zeus in this. I think that would make sense. Playing 2 Zeus. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. The other good level 9 is, so rank 9 is this one. So I love Phantom Fortress. I think this card is absolutely sick. So once per turn you attach the material, then it has 4 effects. You can only use 1, but it has a non-targeting, banish 1 card your opponent controls. So that's how you out Dragoon. Also banish 1 random card from your opponent's hand, banish 1 card from your opponent's graveyard, or banish the top deck card. Banish the top card of the deck. So instantly you can hand loop your opponent or out the Dragoon. So this card's nuts. And then put Zeus on top of it as well. Dingirsu, when it's basically like your main like rank 8, I'd say. Because when it's summoned, you can target non-targeting 7 cards to the graveyard, which is nuts. The other effects don't matter because it's not an August card. Next is the Gaia Dragon, the Thunder Charger. So basically this does piercing over a defense, but we make this purely to make Zeus. You can also XYZ summon this card by using like a rank 6 or 7, 5 or 6, sorry. So if you have like a Beatrice, you can summon this card on top of it, and this gives you more materials. Riverstormer. So this card's another good one. So it's a level 5, rank 5, sorry. When this card destroys an opponent's monster, you can detach that card as material. So similar to Earth Slicer. And then, yeah, it has these effects that are pretty good. But I think I would probably say Beatrice is better. It is the rank 6 of the deck. So basically, quick effect, you can send one card from your deck to your graveyard. So if you don't have access to Citadel, you can go like Harvester, and then get your Trencher online, and then get 2 monsters on board, make them both the same level, like level 6s, make a Beatrice, and then set a card or something and pass, and then Beatrice effect to send Citadel, and then you kind of got your engine going there. Then the trains, these guys are sick. So I call them trains, they're literally not trains, they're like big massive tanks. But so these are like your level 10s. So this one is a quick effect unaffected by card effects, except for its own. This one is the burn one, so that's the one like you make go into time, and you do that with the heavy freight. You can destroy a card in the field. So yeah, if it's detached, you can target one card you put in controls and destroy it. And then the main one, like the Leap. So this card's like OTK machine. So you could use the Ancient Gear Ballista, make the attack 0, and this card just like does like insane damage, 6k damage, and you can like burn, and that's like literally exactly game as well. So yeah, quite a good aggro deck. I say it's like mid range between aggro and control. I'd probably say it's more aggro, to be honest, because we haven't gone through the side deck yet. So I put these 4 hand chops in. These can be swapped out like between anything, depends on what mess you're in. But Effect Failures are good against combo decks, and then DD Crow is good against the new Destroy Phoenix Enforcer. Just banish it from the grave because it's basically that card special summons itself every standby phase, so you want to get rid of that. Urgent Schedule, this card's got a reprint, which is fantastic because basically if your opponent controls the monsters in you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower and 1 level 5 or higher Earth Machine from your deck. The effects are negated, they're in defense. You cannot declare attacks except with the Earth Machine or machines in general. And then if this set card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add 1 level 10 machine from your deck to your hand. There's some crazy stuff you can actually do with this deck. This card's nuts, but it's good going. It's a power going second card. You could opt to play this deck going second, and then main deck this. But I feel like this is probably the way to do it. Twin Twister, Duster, and Reboot. So these are your back row hate, and then we have Imperial Order, Anti-Spell for going first. So that's the deck. Super solid. Yeah, super solid. Really rate it. And yeah, so thanks Joe for subbing. And this is your deck. So you can like watch this whenever you want, and have this list now here with all the card names.